Hello, Potato. We've been doing a lot of LEGO these last couple weeks, and I figured, why stop now? Now, obviously, this being a weekday video, we're not going to be doing one of those big sets I got on August 1st. We're going to do something a little bit smaller, a little bit more reined in. And to do it requires us to backtrack a little bit to last year, when LEGO put out these things. Little Marvel mech suit sets, which initially, I'm going to say, honestly, I kind of poo-pooed. I was not impressed with the idea, not so much because I don't think they look nice, because actually they do, but because I think this falls into this long history with toys of putting superheroes into vehicles they don't need. Like the fact that, Spider-Man has motorcycles and dune buggies, and, he travels around by swinging from building to building, not driving in a vehicle on the ground, because that would be slower. Or giving, like, Superman a helicopter. Why does Superman need a helicopter? And I kind of thought this sort of fell into that same category. But then Costco had all three of them in one box for something like $30. And so I gave them a try, because, it's a good price. They're LEGO. And honestly, they do actually look pretty good. And in building them, I still think the premise of giving, Thanos a mech suit is a little ridiculous. I mean, although, let's face it, there's not a lot of playability with just a normal LEGO minifigure. So I think that's part of it, is that these mech suits, being very, very well articulated, very posable, give you a lot of play options that you don't have with just the minifigures and their 1970s style, just shoulder and hip movements. These actually have a lot of articulation. They're very nicely posable. They do stand up well. They've actually been up on a shelf since last summer. And I still think the premise is a little off, but I do like the actual result, especially Thanos. Thanos is my favorite of the first three. I love the fact you can actually make him look like he's doing the snap. Now, why he would build a mech suit with the Infinity Gauntlet instead of just putting it on his hand, I don't know, but it's what he has done. Because really, the only one of these that makes sense is Iron Man, because Iron Man, has Hulkbuster. That's probably not Hulkbuster, but I mean, it does make sense for Iron Man to have a mech suit, although he's wearing a mech suit over a mech suit here. And another advantage to these sets, aside from, the actual decent amount of playability to them, is that they're fairly inexpensive. I think they're like $14.99 or $12.99 individually if you buy them at Target or Lego store or whatever. And I think that's a low enough price that these do make a nice, shut up while we're shopping and you can buy something kind of set. Not too expensive, but for the price, actually, pretty decent as far as something the kids can play with. It's not just, a little car with one minifigure that, if they have a lot of Lego already, they can integrate that into, but if they don't have anything else, there's not much they can do with it. This say you could play this with other action figures. They aren't bad. And so I decided that if they did a second series of them, because at that point, I didn't know that they had actually already announced a second series of them, and if Costco did the same deal they did last year with LEGO, which is to have a 3-pack of all the mechs for a decent price, I would do them again. Well, the holidays are rapidly approaching, and my local Costco has been getting a lot more LEGO kits in. They've had Grogu again. That's where I got the Boba Fett's Starship from a couple weeks ago, well before it was supposed to be released. Well, not well before, like half a week before it was supposed to be released. And at the same time we were there, I also saw they had this. Kit 666, there's a number, 71. The Mech Armor Collection. I really should say Mech Armor Collection 2, because that's Mech Armor Collection 1 right back there. But yeah, they have the new ones, the ones that came out, I think, at the beginning of this year. They've actually been out for a while. And again, I think it was like $30 for all three of them, which is, about a $10, $12 savings over buying them individually. And yeah, all three of them here. The new ones are Captain America, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Thor. So no villains this time, which is, I guess, a little disappointing. But I guess everybody can just kind of gang up on Thanos there. And this box actually contains, of course, 3 different sets. Set 76169, 76171, and 76168. So what is 76170? You'd think they would be a sequential. Is there a 4th one that I'm not aware of? Huh. Anyways, they had them. I got them. And of course, we're not going to do all of them today. This is a weekday video. Weekday videos have budgets. But we will do one of them, and then we'll do the other ones on other days in the coming weeks. Let's take a look at our sets. Here's Captain America. They don't want to come out of the box. There we go. Miles Morales. And Thor. Yep. So I guess we'll start with Captain America since he came out of the box first. So we'll put Thor and Miles Morales off to the side there. And today we will do kit 76168. I guess these guys can go off to the side too. So I don't imagine it'll take very long. It's a very small set. I think the whole, the entirety of this box is only 385 pieces. It's for ages 7 and up. Yeah, it's a very small set, so each kit's gonna be around 100 and something, right? 121 pieces for Captain America here. That's actually a better picture. I should have shown the front of the box, not the back of the box, huh? What the front looks like? Yeah, there's Miles Morales. There's the front of Thor. 139, 125. So Miles is the small. Oh no, second smallest. Captain America is the smallest one. And of course, each come with one minifigure and a mech suit to build around them. So look here, we got our thumb punch boxes because they're not very good thumb punch boxes. Wow, that is. Is this like childproof? Is it, am I old enough now that I can't get into childproof things? There we go. Because only children, that's the joke when I was a child, that only children could get into childproof packaging. Nice shield. And no stickers. Always a plus. Always a fan of no stickers. Of course, the problem with thumb punch boxes is the thumb punch is usually on the bottom, so then the box doesn't want to stand up anymore because you've deformed it. Very small little book here. There's the QR code if you want to follow along at home or wherever you are. But I would kind of assume at home just because, how many devices do you have to follow along with if you're, watching this while riding the bus? And so little pieces of, it's like all fiddly bits. This whole set is just all fiddly bits. But that's what you expect when you deal with this small of a kit, is lots of fiddly bits. The biggest thing is actually the shield, and of course we have, the minifigure has his own little shield, which is nice. Alright, so I guess that leaves nothing to do but fast forward and get him built. See, that was quick. All done already. So one thing I was a little concerned putting it together is that you can't have him hold his shield while he's in the mech suit, which means the shield is probably going to get lost. But LEGO thought of that and did actually put a spot back here on the leg to mount the shield, or to store the shield, so that you don't lose it while playing with him in the mech suit. Now, it does interfere with the rotation of his foot a little bit, but not to the point that it can't stand. And kind of like the other ones from last year, it does have the same kind of hands. Actually a little bit different comparing it to, like, say, Iron Man. Iron Man uses more of the... Actually, I think they all did. Yeah, they use kind of these curved pieces for the hand, except for Spider-Man, who does have this exact same kind of build of 3 straight fingers and a thumb. These ones all do have more of, like, just 4 fingers, or 4 curved pieces for the fingers and thumb. But this one, if you notice, has on the back of one hand, we have this kind of smooth piece, and over here we have an open piece, and that's because that is where you mount. Also, I like the fact that they did give a place to mount the shield on his back, which is, I think, nicely in character. But see, the inside of the shield has exposed studs, so you can put it on the back of the hand here. Maybe. There we go. And there now he's got his shield. Good and proper. And I guess, you know, with the hand, you could have him pick up other minifigures or something. And we have the same kind of level of posability. It does stand nicely once you get it, you know, in a position where it's not too top heavy. He does look like a little zombie Captain America there, though. Let's see if we can fix that. And of course, I'll fix it better before I put it on display. But yeah, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. It is a little hard to adjust him without other pieces moving. There's a lot of points of articulation on here, and they're all a little stiff. Hopefully they stay that way, because I've had some issues with these kind of joints before, like with the Ultra Kitty set from LEGO Movie 2, where those joints just kind of become brittle and fall apart. So far, these guys have all been sitting in here for a full year now, and that hasn't happened yet. Hopefully that'll be the case with these new batches as well. Yes, I mean, it's not the Hydra Stomper, but that's not a bad little mech suit for Captain America, and at least he's a character that kind of makes sense might have a mech suit, because, you know, I mean, he is, you know, he may be a super soldier, but he's still just a, you know, human-sized person. Yep, I'm pleased with it. I think for, you know, what, 13, 15 bucks, whatever it is normally, it's not a bad item. It's not a bad build. I think especially if, you know, kids have the other 3 already and they enjoy them, and they're going to like this one as well. And it is still available outside of Costco, but I mean, really, if you have a Costco membership and your Costco has these and you're interested in them, I would say buy them there. I mean, normally I only buy stuff from LEGO directly because LEGO VIP points, but Costco is the exception I will make for that because of the fact, you know, they have good prices, and yeah, I'll sacrifice some LEGO VIP points for saving money in general. The construction's very similar to the other ones. Got the same kind of waist, same kind of legs, same kind of arms. I mean, basically they have a template now. They can just give it different color schemes, put a different character in it, and they're good to go. And the characters come up fairly easily. They don't actually stick in. There's just a little, I don't know if you can see it in there, there's a little black piece that the legs slot into. And then you can take out your minifigure, so kids can have their little Captain America minifigure. And he's got 2 faces. He's got his face with the chin strap on it, or a smiley face. Which, I mean, you kind of have to put the helmet on him, because otherwise he's bald, and Captain America's not bald. This one does not come with a second hairpiece for him. So I'm going to keep it back over here with the chin strap, because I just think it looks a little weird to have the helmet and not have the chin strap. I know he doesn't always have the chin strap, but I think it looks better with the chin strap. And they just slide right in. They stay in pretty securely too, because that does slide shut over them, so they don't fall out super easy in play. Yep, that's going to be the first part of kit 66671, which is of course kit 76168, and that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you found it all interesting and entertaining, If you did give it a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and check back in future weeks when we'll do the other two, and then we'll have all 6 of them together at the end, and I guess they can battle Thanos because he's the only villain in the series. And regardless whether it's one of these or not, I will still see you in the next video.